Oh, Shrek, come on, give me a kiss.
People love my blowjob face.
It's a dictionary of dicks. What's wrong with this?
And mostly when I play, I'm like, I'm blowing shit up.
We have a self-jerking machine.
That's hot.
Aw, Mario, stop touching me. I'm your brother Luigi.
Pre-recorded live from across these great United States. Sometimes you like to play with other things, but let's play with ourselves.
One, two, three. Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play with Ourselves. We're feeling.
That's how I poop. I'm like, okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
There's no going back with pooping, though, so. Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was trying to drink and I almost spat all over myself.
Spatting is the best thing to do all over yourself. So, folks, we're back here. Sit your little buns down and get cozy. Hug your parents, because you may not ever see them again after this show. So, Paul, what's new with... Your camera's shaking. There's a tremor going on there.
I'm laughing, shaking the whole desk because I got my legs up, and I'm like, my parents are gonna. Oh no, I've gotta go. My parents, no, Mama and Dad, and don't go.
I saw them like 5 minutes ago, so I'm okay. I can do the rest of the show.
And you were like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, girl. I see how it is. You don't love your parents.
So what's been new with you this week?
All right. You know, on my Twitter, it's CJ, so it's fine. My name is CJ.
Okay.
That was just to get it out there. What's new with my week? I'm dealing with creepers, and I got my hair cut. That was great. It was cheap, $15.
Did it hurt?
No. The lady, this time the lady didn't stab scissors into my cranium, which I appreciated. That lady was there though, and she was cutting someone else's hair. I think I hurt her feelings because I got a.
Wait, you had a lady who stabbed you accidentally with the scissors?
I've had that happen before, but not up here, where I used to live. This old woman was, like, cutting my hair, and she's like, your hair is so ratty. And then she got mad, I guess, and she just stabbed me. But, you know, that'll happen.
I don't have hair, so I don't have to worry about that.
But, I'm Paul. So how is your...
Yeah, I was bragging about being bald. Yep. Oh, you fuckers. You with hair, you don't know what it's like to be bald.
You know what? That's a testosterone
Ladies
thing.
love it.
Isn't it a testosterone thing? A testosterone thing?
I don't know if that's a theory. That's probably a theory a bald guy came up with. I've got too much testosterone. That's why I've got no much hair.
We'll see, it worked.
No much hair? Do you even speak English?
He don't.
Probably not.
He don't know.
I live in a box and I wear a shoe on my head. I'm the Admiral of Fartington.
He walks using his head. Every time. You know what? I'm not going to drop a joke until Paul is putting a glass to his lips. Because it's the best thing ever to have him just spit whatever's... What are you drinking, by the way?
I just spilled Coke all over my shirt.
Oh, you're drinking Coke? Guess what I'm gonna drink? VC. What is it?
Victory Cola? Is it from, like, the war?
No, well... No. Is that what the Bonds went? Victory Cola? No. It's a Coke, and the first letter, the first word is V, and the first letter, the second word is C. Can you guess what that is?
No.
Oh, well, I'm gonna open it up. How do you do that? Vanilla Coke.
Oh.
Do you not? Have you ever had it before? It's good.
Yeah, I've had vanilla Coke before.
All right. Well, that's my soda of choice tonight because I wasn't cheap and I actually bought big price soda. So.
Let's imagine you at the checkout, and they're like, is this all? I got some big price soda right here. I'm Gamerpixie.
Oh my god, 3 cases for $9? Holy shit, call the Queen of England.
I want a Milky Way, that's a 99 cents. What do you think I'm made of money? There's a recession on.
I shake my booty and 99 cents come out. Anyway.
You keep your money in a weird place. Remind me never to borrow money from you.
People throw pennies at my butt because it's subpar.
Does your butt have like a gravitational pull that sucks them in so you can shoot them out when you want to buy soda later on?
It's true. I sat on a nuclear reactor thing and now my butt has... What's new with you, Paul? What's new with you?
Well, a couple things. A couple days ago, I got a email from YouTube. It's like, would you like to take a partner survey to let us know what you think of our website?
No.
And you know how I feel about YouTube, so I'm like, hell yeah, I will.
I said no to that, but whatever.
Well, luckily part of it was about content ID, so I was able to just, they're like, are you satisfied, unsatisfied? I'm like, unsatisfied because of all the copyright trolls that break your dumbass site. Well, I wrote it in a nice way.
You wrote it exactly.
I didn't write it in the way where it's like, I want to take you out back and drown you, you're so stupid.
Jeez, Mom.
And please fix the sub box. Thank you, I love you.
If you don't mind. Well, I mean, do you feel like... I don't like the surveys because I don't feel like they're just like, oh, how you doing? Stroke our ego. And then if enough people complain about something, they're still going to be like, whatever.
Well, they do have a... I don't know. Traditionally, no, they don't care.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I mean, one of the questions was about the YouTube forums. Are they like, are they helpful? I'm like, no, the YouTube forums is where you send all of us to be confused. It's like telling someone, hey, I'm thirsty. Go stand in the desert with those other 100 people. Maybe they can help you.
It'll rain.
People are like, I'm thirsty too.
No, that's how I feel with Apple as well. Different thing, but when you go to like the Apple forums and they're like, why isn't iTunes working? Did you try restarting your computer?
Oh, I hate that. Like, when you have to call tech support, and especially, like, when they give you someone in India. Nothing against India. There's a billion cool people there. Well, they're probably not all cool.
Okay,
but...
Paul. I mean, folks, there's a line here. If you want to sit over with me because you like Indians, if you don't like Indians, you sit over with Paul. There's a line
Well,
there.
I do like Indians. I used to have a crush on an Indian chick. I mean, not like I try to crush her, but you know what I mean. But I hate when you call those places... Well, I don't know. I was pretty skinny back then. What was I talking about?
You were talking about tech support in Indians.
Yeah, well, it can be anywhere, but they're like, sir, have you tried restarting the computer? Yes, I've tried fucking restarting the computer.
You didn't do the voice.
I wasn't going to be racist.
Hey, here we go.
Are you trying to put me in a box?
Here we go. Answer it. Answer your phone.
Click.
Damn it.
Dell Tech Support, how may I help you?
You know, you're calling me.
What? Oh, you're the tech support?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Wait, what? Would I answer the phone then? Wait, you answer the phone if I'm calling you. Have you ever used a phone?
Oh shit! He got me, you guys. He got me. I have to quit. I have to put my high top on the wall, hang up my cane, and go find another profession.
Tech support has never called me out of the blue and just been like, "Hey, need us right now?"
They don't do that unless they're trying to get money for you and from you, and they're not actually tech support. I was at work. Yeah, I was at work and that happened. Someone called the work phone because it was like one of those AT&T wireless phone things. I picked it up and said, "Hello, ma'am," and I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Hello, ma'am." Like, "Yes." He's like, I'm calling to tell you that your computer is in danger." I was like, "Really?" It's like, "Yes, ma'am. Want to see me fix it in front of your eyes?" And I was like, "Oh yeah. What's wrong with it? There's some very bad viruses on it." And then I was standing at work in front of the register, and then I told him, "I don't have a computer," and it got really quiet, and then he hung up. So yeah, it was good. That's not a very good Indian Punjabi voice. Sorry.
I remember a long time ago when I was a high schooler, my folks got divorced and my mom and dad lived in different places. I lived with my dad. You're like, what a happy story.
Yeah, like,
it gets better.
I want to go to Disneyland now.
And when you get, like, telemarketers that would call.
Yeah.
And they'd ask for my mom, and I'd get so sick of it. So eventually some lady called, and she's like, "Can I talk to Betty?" That's my mom's name.
Aw.
And I was just like, "No." And she's like, "Can you leave a message for her?" I'm like, "No, she died."
I've done that
she was
too.
She was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I hope you have a good day."
That's fine. I'm so glad you did that. I've done that too, like a million times. But it was with my dad, and they're like, well, I have one person like, "How did he die?" And then I just hung up. I was like, that's just too much.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It is. Also, wait, never mind. Sorry. I was gonna apologize for people who are listening that might have dead parents, but then I realized that's like really pointing out the elephant in the room.
But the other thing, I didn't. It's all.
We're both okay. For y'all who are listening, Paul and I are both really tired, so just deal with us. Also, we haven't talked in so long, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a while. The other thing I was doing too is there's this new show on Yahoo called Other Space. And one of the he's like a supporting cast member, but one of the supporting cast members is Joel Hodgson.
Really?
Yeah, Joel Hodgson from Mystery Science
Oh my God, that's his last name, Halston? Oh, so
Hodgson.
Joel is in that?
Yeah, and the other thing is, so it's a space thing. He's like an engineer on the ship, and he's got a robot friend, and his robot friend is voiced by Tracy, who did Crow on MST3K.
Oh, which Crow? The Mike Crow?
The one for Mike Crow at the beginning of the Mike tenure, and Crow for most of the Joel tenure.
Oh, wow.
He was Dr. Clayton Forrester, too.
Oh, yes! That's my favorite Crow. That's, like, hands down the favorite voice of Crow T-Robot. Oh, that's cool.
So I was watching that yesterday, and I knew Joel was on there, but I didn't realize that he was on there, and then it's like, oh my God, it's like Joel talking to Crow. It's not really Crow, but it's Crow's voice. It was like such a blast from the past.
Oh, dang. That's awesome. Wait, what is that on? Yahoo?
Yeah, Yahoo. It's called Other Space, and it's on Yahoo. No, it's free. It's one of their original shows. You can go on there. They have a season. It's like 9 episodes. I haven't seen them all yet, but
I'll check it out. I mean, at least one episode. Say I did it.
Yeah, the whole show's not great, but the Joel and Crow parts is just, oh man, that guy cracks me up.
No, I love him. And I saw a video of him recently. He was just like talking. It was just, I don't know what he was talking about, but basically it was so weird seeing that guy be old. Because I always watch, he's like young. He's a young dude in all the Mystery Science Theater episodes. So it's really weird to just be like, wow. When I was a kid.
Those are from like 20 years ago. I remember being in high school when they were coming out and stuff.
That's true. I watched them when I was a kid, but they were definitely past, like, I was born in the 90s. So they're definitely like in the 80s or late 80s. Anyway, while we're kissing the butt of another show on our show, I'd like to break the ice for a second. So, if Paul and I went out as friends for a slice of pizza pie,
I like it. It's me, a pizza pie. Don't eat my face off.
And a sidekick, beer, gargle. I know, seriously. You want that sidekick. Anyway, but if we went out, it'd be pretty cool, right? Like, you'd have fun spending the day with each other.
Well, now the expectations are kind of high. We'd probably be disappointed.
But I'm a cool person.
I like hanging out with you, yes. It would be a good time.
Yeah.
Beer and pizza and Gamerpixie times.
Well, you know what would be more fun than hanging out with me?
What? Hanging out with Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, well, if you want to. Hanging out with your favorite video game character or a character that you just have fun. I am a fucking horrible segue person.
No, that was a good segue. You're doing a good job.
Okay, I'm having one of those days where you're like, oh my God, I'm so bad at my job. And then your coworker comes up to you and they're like, wow, you're doing a really good job. Okay.
I've had that with live shows too, where you get done with a live show and you're like, that was ass. It was horrible. Everyone hated it. And people were like, that's the best show I've seen yet.
You're like,
brilliant.
Really? Okay, well, I guess I gotta turn myself around and look at myself through a new looking glass.
Turn around every now and then. I get a little bit something.
Get a little bit of something to keep me coming. All right. So,
what video game character would you like to spend the day with if you could?
Well,
I'm glad I just came up with that idea.
Right on the fly. That did not take weeks of figuring out or not writing down.
I didn't steal it from you at all.
No, I wasn't at work when I came up with that. So yeah, that's a fun question because you can whatever. He's all smiling at me. He's like, "Look at that girl."
Well, I thought you were gonna be like, "That's a good question." I'd be like, "Aha! You're complimenting your own question." Narcissist, are we?
Oh man, I'm just gonna let you laugh while I go grab a piece of paper.
You just left We've never had anyone leave the podcast midway through.
You're
just like, yeah.
I have the answers right here. Actually, I have answers to all the questions I asked, but we'll only answer. Okay, so, it would be really scary but really fun. I think Trevor from GTA 5 would be really, really fun to spend the day with. He's like my inner, like, person. I really have a lot in common with Trevor. What do you
So
think?
you like showing your dick to other guys?
If I had one, yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I like guys now. I'll probably like guys later.
Now, it's worse for me to say, like, I like playing as him. I was going to say with him, but as him in the game, he is one of the characters I enjoy.
He's the best character. I was watching my brother play that because I bought that game for him for Christmas. And I'm not, like, right off the back, I'm not a big fan of GTA. I never have been. I don't get mad at people who play games that are kind of on the raunchy side. You know, if that's what you're into, that's cool. Personally, for me, I'm not into it. So, you know, the hookers and lots of stuff, you know. I'm a raunchy person, but I don't like playing raunchy games. I'm ironic.
I was going to say, because you picked one of the raunchier characters I've seen in a game in a long time.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously. And I played Killer 7. I did a whole Let's Play of Killer 7, so, like, yeah. But that's shell-shaded. It's not real. Anyway, but yeah, Trevor from GTA would be really fun because he's just crazy. He's intensely crazy. He's an avid drug user, which is always a good companion, kids. If you're looking for someone to spend the rest of your life with, the crack addict under the bridge is the way to go. He'll always supply you with crack. You'll always have crack on the table. Oh, okay. You got Paul? You got a better advice? Giving me that look? He's giving me a sideways glance. He's like, this ratchet hoe right here.
Yeah, you probably should stay away from crack.
Break your mama's back. I tried. He was drinking, but I failed. Anyway, so yeah, Trevor from GTA. Besides, he's fun and crazy. If you were spending the day with him, I mean, think of all the stuff you would do. You'd steal cars, you'd beat people up, you go get drugs, you just do... And I wouldn't take the drugs, but I would just have fun. Because he's crazy. And obviously, if you're hanging out with Trevor, you don't like your life. So in that scenario, I don't like my life. So... And so I have
I would be more worried because I remember the part in the game where he takes off his pants and he tells the other guy to suck his cock, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with a guy that's going to do that to me.
Well, you wouldn't tell me to do that because I'm not a guy, so it was cool.
True.
See, I'm thinking, strategizing. So I have two more, but I want to hear yours. What are some of yours?
I think I'd want to hang out with. We're both going with a Rockstar theme apparently today. I'd want to go with John Marston from Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh, that would be...
Dude's fucking badass. He'd teach me how to be a man, too, finally. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, finally. Now I can redeem my man license.
Well, it would be... I don't know. He just seems like super mellow and cool. And...
Aw, so that's what you're into, mellow and cool. And what would you do with this guy? What would you do? You just see him, you shake hands. What would you do? I'd
be like, let's just work on the farm. Someone right now is a farmer is like, really? That's what you want to do? Yeah, I don't know. We'll herd some cattle. We'll move some bales of hay. That seems like a good day, working with your hands, hanging out with a guy.
Yeah,
maybe take some target practice or hunting or something.
Take a bath together at the end, rub the guy's shoulders.
No.
You can rub his feet. I mean, come on.
No, I'm not his wife. I didn't want to be his wife for a day.
Well, he doesn't have a wife, but you'd be his wife
Well, actually, he does have a wife in the game. So.
Oh, he does? Who fell over? Anyway, sorry, someone fell over in my house, and I'm not going to investigate it, because I don't care. Probably some old woman. Anyway.
Help me, I've fallen and broken my hip, Gamerpixie.
Shut up, old woman!
I think I see Jesus. Should I go to him?
Yeah, to tell him I said hi.
Oh.
And that's how...
I'm dead now.
That's how every fairy gets its wings. Anyway, old woman dies. Anyway, we're being so dark today. Buddy, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was yours. It was what's his face from Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, John Marston.
No doubt.
I like how mine though is. I hadn't really thought about it a lot ahead of time. Mine is basically like I just want to do kind of like farm work and hang out with the dude and have a good day.
You should have picked the guy from Harvest Moon. Then you just go there and like pick up chickens and go like lay an egg.
I've never played Harvest Moon. I've only seen it LP'd a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's a farming game. Get it?
Well, when you asked me this question initially, I was going to be like, most of the characters I like most in games, either I like strategy games, so I'm playing a concept. I'm not playing a person. I'm playing the concept of France or America. Mm-hmm. And I would love to spend the day with America. In fact, that's why I spend every day with America.
Go ahead. That was the sassiest thing I've ever seen you do.
And the other characters I like are like in Fallout 3, where you make your own character. And then I'm like, I can't be like, I want to hang out with fictional me.
Actually, you
like,
can.
That's so narcissistic.
Yeah, you can. You can say, I want to hang out with the Fallout version of me, which is like, cause what? Tell us about the Fallout version of you. What is he?
Fallout version of me kills like everybody, so I don't want to hang out with him. He's a psychopath.
To hang out with the genocide crew.
Yeah, John Marston sounds a lot nicer and cooler. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know. At the
first thing I wanted to do is remember before you're like, what game would you want to be in? I'm like, Back to the Future. I was going to be like that again. I was like, I got to come up with a different answer. I can't be like every time, Doc Brown in Time Machine.
Well, that could be one of yours.
That would be fun. What else do you have on your list?
Oh, I have, okay, this is where I go from freaking, tropical or desert climate to freaking Antarctica climate over here because, environment. So I like Trevor from GTA. My second one was Nancy Drew from the Nancy Drew games. There's no in between with me. It's either like, you have to be a crazy, drug-dealing bastard, or you have to be a really nice, smart, humble girl.
You definitely cover the spectrum, at least that way.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I love Nancy Drew, if anyone's familiar with those first-person games. She's just, it's Nancy Drew. She's like... I have days where I'm like, oh, I can be vulgar and I can watch vulgar things. I can, every genre, everything, flavor, image, it can be vulgar. And then I do have some days where I'm like, you know, let's bring it back a little bit. Let's be family friendly. And Nancy Drew is my favorite family character, and I love to spend the day with her because she just be, what she does is she's like a klepto. She like steals people's stuffs and she goes into areas she's not supposed to go in and she figures things out, and wherever she is, she's the harbinger of crime, because wherever she is, crime happens. So, you know, if we're hanging out like at a coffee place together, you know someone's gonna get their purse stolen or something, and then we're gonna be on the case figuring out. Also, I could make fun of her and that would be funny. And I love Nancy. She's a sweet lady. Give her a call.
And that just made me think, because you're right, in those situations, crimes always happen around her. Like, if you want to look at a murder show, like Murder, She Wrote or whatever, wherever she goes, there are murders. Like, if you're her friend, wouldn't that be a pain in the ass? I don't want to go to the restaurant with you. Every time we go somewhere, there's a murder you gotta solve. Come on. No, I don't want to have to deal with that.
And then, fucking...
I'm still alive!
Kendall LeBras start talking to you about how important you are to them.
Kendalls?
Kendall LeBras. I don't know if anyone will get that reference, so I'm gonna explain it anyway. Murder, She Wrote, that woman, I think she does the voice of Mrs. Potts.
She does.
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah. Which I haven't seen that movie in a long time, and I don't intend to watch it again. So, do you have another one? I have 3.
I don't have another one off the top of my head, no.
What about, would you hang out with Trevor?
No, because last time I played the game on Twitch, he ripped his pants down, told the guy to suck his cock, and kept showing it to him. I'm like, you know what? I like that you're a madman. I can get with that, but I don't want someone who I'm worried about peeing on me or trying to make me suck their cock. Thank you, no.
Well, did the guy get up and leave?
He just sat there and kind of cowered.
Well,
got yelled at.
Just get up and leave. Oh, whatever. Sorry.
I was also thinking, I was like, oh, you know, I should pick a slutty girl from one of those games that you get pretend sex from. But I was like, no, they'll get pretend diseases. I don't want that.
Oh my god, I got the freaking hypothetical.
Cybersyphilis. Oh.
Hypothetical herpes. I like that. That's going
you
up
like
there.
Hypothetical herpes?
No, I like the phrase. It's going up there with statutory Sunday, okay?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that was Paul's, by the way. I'm not taking credit for that. Anyway, so my last one is a sort of like I threw... Stop Picarding it. Anyway, my last one is just such a like, oh, I threw it out there. Duke Nukem and Serious Sam. There would be fast car... Well, Serious Sam, there'd be like interesting vehicular things. And there's guns, I love guns, there's big men, I love big men, and there's screaming and shouting and explosions. Doesn't that sound like really a lot of fun during the day?
I like kind of quiet, mellow things, to be honest.
Why don't you spend the day with, like, James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2? It's very quiet there.
That sounds creepy.
He also murdered someone, so... Spoiler alert! But that's fun. So anyway...
See, the other ones I'd want to, too, is I mostly play strategy games, open world games, or I play a lot of sports games. And I didn't think it was fair to be like, oh, I'd love to hang out with Miguel Cabrera, because he's a real person, so...
Won't you want to hang out with Tug Dick?
No. He's a jerk to everybody if you watch those LPs.
But you're a jerk. You could be a jerk back to him.
But I'm a jerk? What?
Ooh, I misspoke, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to tell you that you
I don't want to hang out with Winnie the Pooh, though, man. He's so mellow. Like, if you... In Kingdom Hearts, when you go to his place and you hang out with him and you, like, hang out with those guys, they're so mellow. I'm like, dude, this is cool, man. Probably, no stress.
Probably bother you just to get honey all the time.
I say that, but Rabbit was always stressed. He had constant panic attacks and anxiety attacks.
He did, and he was also... I thought he was a girl all the time, so... That was weird.
I think I like it, too, because people tell me I'm like Eeyore, so I'm like, oh, that's my natural place.
Aw, how are you like Eeyore? You're not like Eeyore.
Oh, bother. I don't know.
Oh, bother. Yeah, this...
Well, that's what Winnie the Pooh always said was, oh, bother. I don't know. I guess I'm always depressed and my tail falls off. Oh, so, you know.
Do people nail your tailbone into your butt?
Oh.
That's a yes, folks. Anyway, I also wanted to make an astute observation that you are drinking Coke out of a Pepsi glass. You trying to rub...
It's actually...
Oh, fuck. Never mind. I rest my case.
It actually says Detroit Red Wings, go Wings. They're in the playoffs right now. So.
Oh, that's funny. From far away.
Hopefully by the time the podcast comes out, they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning to advance. So.
Woo, sports stuff! I don't understand it, but I will participate. I'm bad with team things. I remember someone came into work and they were like, oh my god, the Giants, they're just not doing so well. And I was like, oh my god, that's horrible. And I was like, who are the Giants?
You don't have any pro teams in your state, though, do you?
No, I don't think so. Like, Reno Aces is not, they're double A?
Well, technically they're professional, but they're like triple A, I think.
Are they triple A? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I do have a Reno Aces shirt.
Ooh, so throw that over here. Throw it a whole... amount of states that I'm not gonna count right now. No, actually, I would like that. I'm gonna go see them play at some point, which will be very exciting and nerve-wracking, as I don't like being in a crowd of people.
You know what I don't like?
What, Paul? As seen on TV. Tired of this?
What is that, domestic abuse? Yeah, I'm tired of domestic abuse. Let's not stand for it.
And
sit down during it.
I was just gonna say that, damn it. I was gonna say, let's sit down. I like your cufflinks.
Thank you.
Alright, so what are you tired of? Me?
No. What? It's the positive affirmation show. No, you're great just the way you are.
It's the passive-aggressive podcast today.
Oh, we should have called it that and just been passive-aggressive the whole time.
We're pretty good at that, or at least you are. That was passive-aggressive. Did you get... Yeah.
It's true, though. I am good at being a passive-aggressive, I'll be honest.
I'm bad at that. Like, that's actually... That... Being passive-aggressive, being kinky, and flirting are all things I'm really bad at. That's nice.
I'm too good at being passive-aggressive. I'm always like, yeah, I don't mind. Go ahead. Do that. I don't care.
Okay, I will. And
that's what I say to people when they do that to me, though. Yeah. When I know they're being a passive-aggressive, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do it. And they're like, no, I didn't want you to. I'm like, you shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Because I'm very mature like that.
That's what I do, too. I've luckily not come across your passive-aggressive powers.
Oh.
Well, maybe... Now every word he uses, I'll think.
Now you're going to be paranoid.
Yeah. I'm going to analyze anything. But you were starting to tell me how much you hated something. How much you didn't.
We're going to talk about TV shows that lots of people like,
yes,
that I don't like, or you don't like.
No. Well, that's a pretty easy thing to talk about, because I am like a Scrooge, and I hate everything. Almost everything. Like, Walking Dead? No. That show is stupid. I'm sorry. Those who have opinions that it's good, you're wrong! No, you have your opinion, it's fine. But I hate that show, because all it is drama. And they're like, oh look, zombies, that's why people watch this. People don't watch it because of the zombies. They had 1 million episodes that didn't have zombies in them, and just the people being like, oh my god, there's zombies. I'm so upset that you cheated on me before the zombie apocalypse happened. Gah. I hate that. Okay, what about you? Do you like Walking Dead?
I've never seen The Walking Dead, to be honest. I don't watch hardly any TV anymore.
But the movies, there are movies out there that people like that you probably don't like.
Yeah, well, actually, my example was a television show.
Okay.
It's too... It's 2.5 Men. I hate 2.5 Men.
Oh, dude, I did not.
Hate that show.
I didn't put that on my list, but that is on my list in my mental little list in my brain. It's a horrible show.
That show is written like crap.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Everything is telegraphed. It's mediocre. That's the kind of show. The reason it's successful is you come home from work after working a buttload of hours, and you're like, I'm exhausted. This is the best thing that's on. Whatever.
Yeah. No, I sincerely believe that, too. I think the only way that show survives is because of the slot it has on television. Because it's a horrible show. What's with the kid? Why do they put the kid there? He's annoying. They're like, oh, look, it's a chubby kid who's going to deal with the sex stuff that his uncle does. And you're like, oh, child, exposing them to sexual stuff when they're young. It's so funny. And I like Charlie Sheen because... he's hilarious. I like him more in the sense that you like, I don't know, a dying animal. A dying grandma. I don't know. But he's dumb in that show. He's just awful. He's like, oh, look, I have sex with everything that moves. And it's just, I know people like to watch that. And I was like, a lot of ladies, too. But you know what? Yeah?
Sorry.
No. I was just going to make the point that even though we're going to get a little heated about this, we're not saying anyone can't have their own opinions and taste. It's fine. You're just wrong.
I used to date this chick, and she loved that show. And she'd always be like, let's watch it. And I'd sit there in silence for half an hour, and she'd laugh. And I'd be like,
what are you
this is
laughing
just
at?
terrible.
Yeah, no. And
it doesn't help either. Do you ever have someone that you just have an irrational hatred for?
Yes.
I have an irrational hatred for John Cryer. Like, when I see his face, I want to punch him so hard. He didn't do anything to me, but I want to punch him so hard.
Like
I feel like in the Simpsons episode... Oh, sorry.
No, that's just me and Michael Moore. I want to punch that guy.
I feel like that, like the Simpsons episode where there's that pheromone that the nerds give off, so that bullies want to punch them. That's how I feel when I see John Cryer. It's like, I want to hit you in the face so hard, man. I'm sorry. And like, I'd be hitting him and be like, I'm sorry, but I can't stop.
My body won't let me. No, that's the dad, right?
Yeah.
No, you know what's funny is I didn't even know the name of the actor, but as soon as you said that you wanted to punch him in the face, I was like, I wonder if he's talking about the dad, because I want to slap that guy upside the head. He's like, oh my god, my brother's a slut, and my son is snappy, and our maid is a dick. What do I do with my life? I just want to meet a nice woman who doesn't want to have sex with my brother.
For some reason, when you said that, I envisioned that their maid changed from the overweight lady to a literal penis with balls that was walking around.
That's a weird maid. I don't know how she cleans things. Okay.
She just rubs up against them and gets excited.
But then, wouldn't her climax make it dirty again? Okay, anyway. Thanks for putting that thought into our brains, Paul. Seriously.
You're welcome.
You know, TV shows.
So, do you have anything else besides that? That took a weird turn once we got talking about giant penises walking around.
Well, you know, giant dicks and 2.5 Men have a lot in common. Well, there's a lot of shows that I don't like. Will and Grace. I remember a lot of people were like, "Oh, Will and Grace, isn't that funny?" I'm like, no, it's got whiny. It's like Friends. Will and Grace isn't like Friends, but I was saying people like
Everyone I've ever dated is like, I love Friends, it's great.
Why?
I'm like, oh my god, I hate the show.
Jennifer Aniston is a bitch in the show.
I'm doing a giant O face, not a sex O face, like, I can't believe she said that. She was funny in Office Space.
Yeah, well, Office Space was actually like a funny movie, though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Judge, man.
Yeah, no, and that's actually what made it good. But the reason I say Jennifer Aniston's name is that's the only actress name I know from Friends. I don't know who else.
There's David Schwimmer and Matthew Perry. And Courtney Cox. And Lisa Kudrow. And Buttfuck McGee.
Wow, really? Is that like a surname or what?
Yeah, he comes from a long line of buttfucks.
Yeah, Yeah, but Friends, in conclusion, Friends is not that great of a show either.
You're so much nicer than I am. I'm like, I would punch the fuck out of John Cryer. That's my white trash roots coming out. I'm like, I would take him out back and beat him with a snake. Well, and you're like, it's okay if you don't like this show. I don't like this crap.
Well, I mean, you know how YouTube is. You know how people are. Gonna comment, oh, you guys are dumb. You don't like my show. That means you personally hate me. No. Yeah,
it does. It does. I do personally hate them.
No, we don't personally hate you. We just personally...
I impersonally hate you.
We personally think you're dumb. So...
Oh! I didn't say they're dumb. I just hated them.
Anyway, this is going
Speaking
somewhere.
of dumb things, I'm good at talking.
You're a good talker, son. Take after your paw. Oh! Do it one more time.
Screamcast.
Oh! Let's do. Hold on. Paul doesn't like doing impressions, so guess what I'm gonna make him do? Paul, do him like a monkey. Yeah. Let's do it together real quick. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, quit smoking.
That's one smoking.
That's a circus monkey who used to smoke.
While you ride the tricycle.
Well, I ride it? Like he smokes and I ride a tricycle around him? What kind of fucking show is this?
I thought it's a show for NBC. This is fun. Okay, sorry. That was a little exercise to loosen goose ourselves. So what were you going to say? I'm sorry. I was too busy making you make the sounds of your ancestors.
I got distracted by riding a tricycle around a monkey. I was like,
Well, I thought you were the monkey since you were making the sounds, so I assumed you were a smoking monkey.
Oh, was that good of an impression? No. I didn't have a monkey here. I was just doing an impression.
Whenever I do that, my mom laughs really hard.
Monkey noises?
Yeah, the... I don't know. She thinks it's funny.
She's like run in the room and do it and then run out.
Well, that works too. It's like if I make a bad joke and she doesn't... Oh, if I make a joke and she doesn't get it... Oh, my jokes are good. No, if I make a joke, she doesn't get it, she doesn't laugh, then I go to the default monkey sounds and she laughs for some reason. I don't know. What were you thinking about, my man?
I was thinking that, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I got this really rude comment on YouTube. I know that's not a big surprise. That happens once in a while.
Excuse me.
Please don't die. And the...
Keep going.
And the first one was like...
Sorry, no, I'm done. I swear to God, I'm done.
It was on one of my gun videos, and someone was like, "You're the worst person ever at this game. You suck terribly. What's even worse, it's not bad that you suck and you're horrible at this game, but it's bad that you uploaded it so everyone can laugh at you like you're the moron."
What?
And I'm just like, really? Wow, man, you got a lot of hate, bro. Who in the world sits there and watches the game and gets that mad? I mean, wow.
I don't know. Well, you have a special power over people, my friend.
Making them angry? Yes.
Yes. Making them happy, make them angry, make them have kids.
How do I do that? They're like, oh, I'm gonna... Well, every once in a while, I'll get a viewer. Usually they tend to be female, and they're like, oh, your voice is very sexy. I'm like, wow, you have a very manly voice, kind of like mine. No, it's better. And I'm like, I don't really... no, I don't hear my voice, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's hot. Talk to me more.
Sometimes I'll make sounds that I'm like, ooh, where did that come from? But most of the time, I don't like my voice. And a lot of people think I'm a man, so at least they know that you're a boy.
That's odd. You don't sound like a man or look like a man.
Well, without people seeing me, they assume that I am the boy. Find the boy. That's me. I'm a little 13-year-old boy, apparently. Which is weird.
Your mom's gonna be mad about this podcast then, son.
Are you my dad now?
No, I was assuming you were a child. It's a term of endearment.
Aw, you really sound really angry while you were endearing me. See, I think that's where you got the special power over people, is that you're endearing and you're scary at the same time.
That's what I like to get across.
Aw. Aw.
Didn't you have a question? Are you finding the question or just
yes,
kinda, like,
I'm finding it right now because I thought you were talking about a different question. Sorry, I have that question here, but I don't know if you actually.
What was it? Games? Oh, worst games that we've played that we've not.
Yeah, I have that one in front of me. That's the thing is that I thought you were talking about that one. I was like, that's weird because I thought.
Yeah, that's the one I meant actually.
Is it? Because I was looking on the video because I thought someone left a comment asking a question.
I think Eccentric was the only comment. I mean, we had a bunch of views, but I think he was the only one that left a comment. He left a giant comment.
Yeah,
so.
he did. I don't see any question marks, so I'm gonna say safely we did not overlook anything. All right. Well, okay. So. K-Tilla123, hopefully I'm saying your name right, asked us, what is the worst game you have ever played? And it doesn't have to be a Let's Play or anything. In fact, they wanted to know, like, outside of Let's Playing, what's the worst game we've ever played? Paul, do you have any thoughts on this?
Mine would be a game called Skeleton Warriors. Apparently it was based on a cartoon. Long ago. Many years ago. You're like, really? Long ago and years ago? Yes, it wasn't yesterday. I don't know, this is over a decade ago. It was me and a bunch of my friends, and we went to the Blockbuster, you know, when you'd rent video games from stores still. Mm-hmm. And we're picking some video games because we're all going to hang out for the night. So I think we got a sports game, and then we found this game called Skeleton Warriors. And on the back, it had, like a skeleton warrior. It had all kinds of cool, like, characters and stuff. 3D looking characters. Mm-hmm. And so we rented that in the other game, we brought it back, and there were a bunch of the guys here at my house, and we put in the sports game, and we played that for a while, and we were just having a good time. The party is just fucking rocking. And then we're like, okay, let's go try Skeleton Warriors. And we put it in, and the 3D part is the skeleton guy. He's like, like the audio was recorded so poorly you could barely understand what he's saying, literally.
Well, that's
we're all like,
good.
what the fuck?
That's quality.
So it's like, I think he's warning us about something. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes into the game, and the game is a really shitty side scroller. It's like 2D.
Really?
Yeah, like the graphics would have been like Nintendo good almost, and we're in the PlayStation era. Mm-hmm. And so we start playing this, and the game is so bad that like within 10 to 20 minutes of putting it in, everybody left. Everybody was like, I gotta go, Paul. Like, we were playing something else, they're like, no, I gotta go. It like literally killed the party, it was that bad.
What? Actually, yeah. That is a horrible game.
It's not hyperbole. When me and my friend Kev get together, because he was there, every once in a while we'll mention it, and we'll just be like, oh man, that just like destroyed the evening. It was that bad.
That's weird though, because I mean, none of your friends were like, whoa, this is so bad, we have to sit together and play it. They just actually did the opposite and made you run away from it.
Well, it was that bad because we tried to play it a little bit to see if it got better, and even the 2D stuff, it was poorly designed. You know, it was a horrible game.
Was it for the PS1?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm looking that up. I just wrote it down. So, do you know who that was made by? Was it made by anyone who's like an actual gaming company, or was it some weird, obscure...
I have no idea anymore. See, I didn't even know it was based on a cartoon, because one day I told someone this story, and they were like, hey, there was a Skeleton Warriors cartoon. I was like, I didn't know that.
Well, you know, usually games based off of shows aren't that good, either.
Yeah. It was shitty. What about you? What was the worst, or one of the worst games you've LP, or played that you didn't LP?
That's a hard question, because
sometimes it does get hard, yes.
Oh man, I don't know where to go now. You like dropped me in a maze.
You're supposed to tell me what game was really shitty.
I was too thinking about solids. Anyway, but bad games. I've played, actually, before the AVGN episode of this actually existed, I did play Superman 64 with my brothers, and as everyone knows, that's notoriously bad, but I'm trying to get to a more, like, I'm trying to think of something obscure, because that game was, it's horrible, and then I played all the really bad, like, yeah, I played, this game I'm playing right now, Indiana Jones, that game is horrible, but at least it's somewhat functional, even though it does kill me sometimes for no reason. You know, that's always a nice little feature there. But I'm trying to think, I don't think I've played... Clock Tower 2, The Struggle Within, might be one of the worst games I've played in the sense that I hate it. I hate that game. Whoever thought making a point and click for the PS1 was like a good idea, no. Because not everyone's going to know that there's a mouse attachment that exists, so you're going to be playing it with your control. Also, that game's like, if you didn't turn the light off in the one cell on the 5th floor before you went to the 1st floor and went into this room, you're going to automatically die in Chapter 8. That's what that game is. And it's like the worst thing ever. It makes me so mad. So to answer the question, probably Superman 64 is the worst game in terms of controls. Worst game's just built because it pushes all my buttons. No pun intended. It's got to be the Clock Tower 2 Struggle Within, because I can't even finish that Let's Play right now because the game just stopped working. That's another nice thing too. It just kind of stopped working in one part. Like, I can't shoot zombies and they eat me, so that's nice. But
that sucks. Like, because you started LPing that, didn't you?
I did, and it's so long ago that even if I do get it to work, then now I'm gonna have to replay it because the continuity is just it makes no sense. Also, even though I got far in that, I forgot in Chapter 1 inside the house. I forgot to do something. I forgot to turn off a light or something, so now in Chapter 3, I can't get past a certain place because I keep dying.
That would piss me off, too. That sounds like old game design.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if that's even old game design, it's just really bad game design. Like, why would you put, oh, you didn't say hi to your neighbor in Chapter 1, in Chapter 9 you won't be able to cross the street because you'll just keep getting hit by a car. That's ending C. Alright, have fun playing our game again. What the... Makes me really mad. Anyway, so that's the worst one. Clock Tower 2, Struggle Within, check it out. It's an expensive game on Amazon or anywhere. You could pirate it, I suppose. But I don't condone pirating, so...
Some pirate is like, oh,
I'm sorry that I rape and pillage. Oh,
I think you just said that you're judging him. He's like, oh, I liked her.
Don't worry, I'll hang out with you for a day. But I don't agree with you. I'm a pretty cool person. I'm chill. I'll let you like your 2.5 men, and I'll hang out with you, and I won't judge you for it. It's cool.
I just imagine a pirate who loves 2.5 men. Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen is actually the best part of that show.
Oh dear.
Well, that was the question, Paul.
And I learned a little bit more about life. Didn't we all?
Enlighten me. Did we learn the same lessons?
I don't know.
What did
Trying to put a nice button on the end. I didn't think about it. I ain't no philosopher.
But come on, deep inside your heart, you must have learned something. Paul...
To be angry at bad game design.
Look deeper.
To be really angry?
Deeper.
Balls deeper?
Deeper.
Oh my.
Like space deep. There's no directions in space, so you can't really be in deep space, but you know what I'm saying. Come on. Deep. Okay, well, I've successfully...
That makes me think of Deep Hurting. The other day I was watching the Deep Hurting clip.
Deep Hurting and rock climbing. Alright, if you don't know what that is, which episode is that?
I don't remember, just somebody had posted the clip. Somebody had just taken that clip out of the episode and posted it on YouTube, and I was like, oh, cool.
Just so you know, folks at home, that's a Mystery Science Theater reference. I think it's The Lost Continent. I'm pretty sure it's that episode. Yeah, so if you find that on YouTube, watch it after you listen to this amazingness. Do you think we should wrap it up, my friend?
I think so. I'd like to thank everybody who listened, and especially those who didn't.
Yeah, thanks so much. You fucking freaks. See, they're not listening, so I can get away with saying that.
That escalated quickly.
Well,
I'm like, have a good day, and you like, suck a dick, fuckholes.
They can do with that. I won't judge them. Okay, anyway, thanks for lending an ear. We'll see you next time on... What is it?
Let's play with ourselves.
Da-da-ba-ba-da-ba.